Hi there, it's Carl Irwin, the Common Magician, and I've got something interesting to show you as usual. I've got a deck of cards here. I'm going to have you make a selection, but I want to make sure that we don't accidentally select the jokers. I want this to be fair, and I want you to select one of the 52 regular values in the deck. So we'll just put the jokers away for the moment. We don't need these for right now. And I'll have you shuffle the deck. And then we'll use something else to pick a card here. I've got a gift card, credit card, gift card, something like that. I've got an Amazon gift card that we'll use. And what I want to do is I'm going to spread the cards out, fan them out, and I'm going to run the corner of the gift card along the edge right here. And I just want you to tell me when to stop. Say right there, and I'm just going to slide the card in, and we should see on the other side, you should indicate a card. You can see we've got, looks like the three of spades. Three of spades is where we stopped at, right there. Now what we're going to do is very, very simple. I want you to shuffle the cards. You can take the cards and shuffle them. And then I want you to set them right here. And I want you to set them face up. So you turn the pack over, face up, and then I want you to spread the cards out. Now, this could be done such that you see the selection, but I don't. I don't know what you've selected. Of course, here I know what it is because I showed it to you. But assuming I don't know what it is at this point, you spread the cards out, you shuffled the deck. Fair selection, you decided where to go. You know that any one of the 52 cards is available in here. What I want you to do is I want you to go through and find your card. And you would do that. You could go through and search and search and search and search, but you would find that the three of spades, your selected card is not present. Again, I wouldn't know what it is. You're the only one that knows what you're looking for, but you don't see it in there. You could look and look and look. And at the end of this, I would point you to the card box. And if you take a look inside the card box, where we placed the jokers, sandwiched in between them is one card. One card in between. And if we take a look at that card, you'll see that it is, in fact, the three of spades, your selected card. So this is a one of the forces from Ahnemann. It actually shows up like the last one we talked about. This particular kind of force shows up a couple of times in the book as well. You'll notice that with the collection of forces that there are some of the forces are very similar to each other. They're just slightly different iterations. This particular force shows up somewhat like we see it here. The suggestion in the book is to use an envelope. So this is at a time when people might have like a bank envelope or something like that in the pocket, or using an envelope for an effect. You could use the envelope for this effect such that in the end the card ends up inside of the envelope. But you take an envelope out, either a small coin envelope or a small pay envelope, something like that, and you would run the envelope along the spread of the cards, and you would slide it in to identify where a card is at, and then you set the envelope down, and you go through some sort of procedure, and in the end you find the card inside of the envelope. That's one possibility that's recommended in the book. Another place in the book where it's talking about book tests, forcing pages and numbers, locations for book test. In this particular case, it's about inserting a card or an envelope or some other piece of paper into the book as a marker, and the spectator can set it in there, or you can set it in there where they want you to, and then you can separate the book at that location, and you can see the page of a page there where the card is stopped. And it operates on a very similar kind of a premise here. You might see words there that you can read off. In both cases, what we're talking about is the application of a fake. That is an insert of a card or a page or text that is affixed to the card that is being inserted, in this case an envelope, or in this case a gift card. So I've got here an Amazon gift card, just a used card, could be a credit card, something like that. I used a gift card so I could show this on video without showing my credit card information, but you might just use your regular bank card or credit card. And on the back side of this, what I have is the fake is glued to the back side, or in this case it is double stick taped. And what I did is I actually took a card and I split it. I took the thin side off and I placed it kind of on the white area so you wouldn't see through it. And I taped it to the back side. So it's very, very thin. It can't get caught on anything, but that is the 3 of spades taped onto the back. So the way this works is you can have your duplicate, the one from the actual deck, set aside somewhere in an envelope, in an impossible location. I had it sitting face down inside of the box, and then under the premise of removing the jokers so that they wouldn't be selected, I placed one underneath, and then I placed the other one on top, facing up against the face down card, and then I can set that down out of my reach at the beginning of the trick, at the onset. As they're shuffling the cards, I can take out my indicator, my bank card. I might have my wallet sitting out. I take this out. I can even take it out and show the back side just in subtlety, show the back side covering up the fake, turn it over, set it down. I just need to know which side the fake is on. It's down on this side. I take the cards back, I spread them out, and then I can take the credit card, or the gift card in this case, or envelope, or whatever it is you want. You could do this with a folded up dollar bill. You could fold a dollar bill into thirds and then put the fake on the back side of it. That would work too, and then it could be a very organic, something in your wallet, organic. One thought I had was to use like a receipt. Take a receipt, fold it into thirds, and then put the fake on the back side. Something very organic that you would have on you. And then we take the card and we go through the force. I slide it along the spread. They say stop right there. You can have them choose. Then you slide it in, and then you push it in, and you can feel on the other side where the fake is at, and you can feel it in relationship to the corner of the card that is on the face of the fake. And then once I have that, I can turn this over and I can see that fake sticking out right here, showing the value that I want. So a couple of things about this. You might want to put some indications on your card, either the bank card or your gift card or whatever it is, whatever you're using. You might put a couple of pencil dots so that you can line this up from the back side and know exactly how it lines up in the deck. Otherwise, you kind of have to feel a little bit, and if you want to show this without looking, you want to make sure you really know the geography of your card. So that way, whenever you do show it, you can show it confidently, showing the fake without having to move it. Because once you move this with the fake on it, it kind of gives it away. You want to have the static and stationary, everything set in place so that the value is easily seen and you can show it to the spectator. Otherwise, you would have to look at it. You could turn it over, kind of line things up, and then you can present it in that way. So using an external indicator with a fake on it to force apparently freely from free agency selection. They tell you where to put it in the spread. They choose the card unknowingly, selecting the value that you have, the identity that you have on the back of your indicator. So that is an Annemann force. A couple of variations on it. Again, can be applied to a book test, placing a page fake glued onto the back of a card or on the back of a card. It can be inserted this way, turned open and shown by peeling back the corner. You can see a page number where the indicator card is at, or some text across the top. Very, very useful kind of concept. And this is apparently quite fooling because this showed up on national television quite recently, and I can't believe it, but fooled Penn and Teller. So this is the application of the Annemann force, and using an indicator card or an envelope or some other piece of apparatus that has a fake glued to the back. So anyway, there it is. Very, very interesting concept. And because it is, in this case with a card, if it is a classic design card, can be a stranger card. It can be used with any borrowed deck as long as the design is a classic design. So you could use any deck. This is a Copag plastic deck. This is a bicycle paper fake. So as long as the print is close enough to the classic design, this is essentially a stranger card effect, where you're inserting a card from another deck into a borrowed deck, passing it off as a card from inside that deck because the back is never seen. Very, very, very powerful kind of piece of apparatus to keep in your wallet. So whenever you're in a situation where you can borrow a deck of cards and it's a classic print, you can force it. Very powerful because it's introduced into the moment. So there it is. A very clever, kind of unorthodox force that you don't see very much, but it is very useful. So good luck with that. Happy magicking.